Hello everyone and welcome to A Slice with Strife. This is Subnautica, and I want to play this game. I've played it here and there for a while, going now, and I figured, you know what, this is a good enough game. I'm gonna go ahead and actually play this for all of you. And, you know, in the event that you don't know what this game is, maybe you will pick it up after you see this, or, you know, at the very least, you're gonna enjoy watching me play it. So, we're gonna get a bit of an introductory sequence here. I am not clueless. This is gonna be a little bit like what I did with Slime Rancher, a kind of informal way of me teaching you how the game runs and works, so, you can learn how to play it on your own, as it were. So let's go ahead and play. I've already got a game in here, but we'll start a brand new game, and, let's just get this party started. There are several different versions that you can play on: creative, hardcore, freedom, but we're gonna go for straight up survival.
Attention. Power failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship. Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so, things aren't looking too good. We'll go ahead and pick up the fire extinguisher here, and we will just put all of this out. So obviously I'm in an escape pod. I've seen better days. Launch our PDA.
Greetings, survivor. Great job not dying. To assist you in further survival in emergency situations, you have been issued this personal data assistant. The interface visible now will organize your inventory, display currently available construction blueprints, and holds other valuable information. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with it.
Alright, so, because I know what I'm doing, I don't really need to listen to the computer and stuff, but there's a storage locker inside of the escape pod here. It's got some water and some food, so those are things that I have to keep track of. I also have an O2 bar. We've got a medical kit over here. This thing right here will periodically create a med kit so that I can, like, patch myself up if I get hurt. So this is the way that it goes. We were on a spaceship, and something went wrong. It's now in the water over there. Ooh. The Aurora suffered catastrophic hull failure, cause unknown, 0 human life signs detected in 100-meter range. So we've seen better days, and we've landed in the shallows, so this is the starting area. The first thing that I need to do, above everything else, is I need to get some basic equipment going, and I need to get inside, and I need to repair this pod. So I need to repair some of the equipment and devices in here and everything. So to start everything off, we'll go ahead and use this lower hatch to hop into the water. As the name implies, Subnautica, this is, it completely takes place in the water, so we'll go ahead and grab some salvage down here. Salvage is a... Ooh, we're getting some serious stutter, because the game is, like, drawing in the world for the first time for me. Okay, so, we'll grab some salvage. I can go ahead and use this to make some basic metals, some raw ores, that I will make useful equipment out of. And, obviously, there's so much to do. There's so much to make and whatnot. Now, normally, like, it's showing me a bit of a tutorial. Normally, the way that you collect various things... Aha, got some copper. You break little stones on, like, the sea walls and whatnot here, and you get ore out of it. Now, the primary form of ore that you mess with is titanium. You can get titanium from the... just like that one, right there. You can get titanium from your salvage, but you can also get it from these rocks. But what I'm more interested in, is copper. There we go. Copper is critical for a lot of stuff. And my dear computer is going to be telling me when I'm about to drown. So the next thing that I need to do to get some basic stuff... Ooh, I picked up some lead. Alright, that's perfect, because I will have to go into radiation-prone areas to mess around with the ship at some point. That definitely won't be happening this particular episode. How's my inventory doing? Just fine so far. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, like, crack open a bunch of these stones. And they would crack open a lot faster if I had a tool on me. So I would only have to click once, but that's not the situation right now. The next thing that I need to do is I need to get my hands on, I believe it's some silicon. Silicon rubber, and to do that I need some...
Detecting increased local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with ongoing degradation of the Aurora's dark matter drive core due to damage sustained during collision. Continuing to monitor.
Alright then. Not good. But what I need, in addition to metals, are synthetics. So I'm gonna need some... It's gonna give me a bit of a stutter while I swim into the kelp here. I'm getting a bit of air here, but what I need is, silicon rubber. And you can make silicon rubber out of these creep cluster pods, okay? So, creep vine seed clusters. So I'm just gonna pick up as many of these... Okay, so... Now that I've picked those up, I've unlocked a new blueprint. They've kind of modified the way that blueprints work. Once upon a time, you had to scan fragments every single time. They've kind of scaled that back. You don't have to scan fragments every single time you need something. Only the more sophisticated technology uses fragments. So, what I need to do is get my hands on some basic equipment. An oxygen tank. I need flippers to swim faster. So... Let's get that sorted out. We'll head right back up into the pod here. Luckily, this thing is pretty beginner-friendly. It's got all these power cells here. They automatically recharge themselves. Errors detected in life pod systems. Circuitry test failed. Secondary systems offline. Flotation devices deployed. Hull integrity. Okay, well, that's good. So this right over here is your basic crafting machine. This would be the crafting table if you were to compare it to Minecraft. So you go ahead and you just click it, and this is the fabricator. We go to resources, basic materials. Right here, we need some silicon rubber. So we'll go ahead and process that. Bingo. And we can also come up here to titanium. We can process the metal salvage to get a whole bunch of raw titanium ore for building stuff. Like so. And I'm going to go ahead and just make as much silicon rubber as I can because I'm certain I'm going to need more of this stuff. And creep cluster isn't hard to get your hands on either. So, or creep vine, whatever it is. I don't really remember off the top of my head. So we're going to go to personal equipment, and we need a pair of fins. We also need an O2 tank, which requires glass. So we'll get on that in a minute. There we go. Okay, we've got a pair of fins. Those should have automatically equipped to my person. Do we have what is needed to make glass? No, we need some quartz. So we'll just go ahead and hop back out. And we'll find ourselves a little bit of quartz. They look like... Here we go. This is quartz down here. These large crystal things. Grab 2 quartz to get 1 bit of glass. And, let's see if there's any more quartz just around in the area that I can just grab while I'm out of the ship for now. Alright, back in the life pod. Let's go ahead and pop this baby open, and we will get ourselves... some glass. We'll make 2 bits of glass since I've got the quartz for it. 1 and 2. And here we'll go down to personal equipment and we will make ourselves an O2 tank. I'm getting a little bit hungry. The game is telling me to eat something. I'm going to hold off because the nutrition bricks that I got out of the pod here will pretty much fill my entire bar up. Now, I am in need of a knife as well, I believe. So let's go to tools. Can we make a knife? We can make a survival knife out of silicon rubber and titanium. So it's that creep vine and the titanium from the salvage and whatnot. There we go. We've got a knife. Go ahead. There we go. Nice knife. So there we go. We've got that in order. The next thing I'm going to need is a welder. So let's go ahead and take a look at personal tools. We've got a repair tool. This is, I call it a welder because you basically weld this thing. I'm going to need magnesium and crashfish powder as well as titanium. Now, crashfish powder is a little bit dangerous to get your hands on, but I can't... Oh, it's nighttime already. Hello. Okay then. So... in order to get my hands on the magnesium, we'll tackle that first because it's the middle of the night. I don't know if I'm going to have to brighten the footage up at all, but let us see if we can find some salt. Magnesium comes from salt. You basically take, I think, 2 salt deposits and you refine it into magnesium. So it's just a matter of swimming around and seeing if I can find some of the resource that I need. It's a little bit hit and miss. There's a random generation system that goes with this game. I don't think that the map is exactly the same. I think it's got a relative shape and design where it's like one direction is always going to have this type of
Caution.
biome.
Seconds of oxygen remain.
Oh, finally. Okay, so I don't know where I am, but salt deposits, like, they seem to be not spawning in the reef like I've experienced previously. Which is strange because my other file that I just recently started has that, it was just fine. But this is what a salt deposit looks like. I'm gonna need 2 of these. So, there we go. We got 1 salt deposit. Let's keep going along this ridge.
Caution.
Okay, oh, alright, so that is a crash fish pod. There are a couple of different ways for you to handle this. Basically, you gotta get the crash fish out and you gotta wait for it to blow. There we go. Okay, so it blew up and now in the pod? No? Did it not leave anything behind? It appears that I lost the crash powder. So sometimes crash powder will be left behind in these pods. Other times, not the case. But that is how you get your hands on crash powder from those little pod fish, as it were. Let's see if we can find another one. Alright, let us return to the escape pod like so. Oh, okay, we're back in. Hopefully this is everything that I'm gonna need. So, let's check personal, tools. To make this, we're gonna need magnesium. Well, oh my god, we didn't pick up magnesium, except we picked up what we need to make magnesium, which is salt. Ah, it's 3 salt deposits to make 1. So we'll make 1 bit of magnesium right here.
Warning.
Go back into personal.
Local radiation readings exhibit characteristics consistent with total degradation of the Aurora's dark matter drive core. A quantum detonation will occur with a probability of 85.5%. Advise observing a 1-kilometer safety range.
Oh dear. Okay, so the dark matter drive core is about to go critical. Let's go ahead and make the repair tool. There's gonna be an impressive boom in a minute, and we'll go ahead and take this baby out. Okay, it's all good. So let's use this repair welder, and we will just fix this baby up. Basically, reverse time on it. There we go. Okay, so that system is back online. Let's also repair the communication device here, like so.
Broadcasting. Emergency distress signal.
Anything?
Captain, a new message has arrived. Playing message.
This is an automated bounce back from the Aurora mining vessel. Your distress signal has been received. An emergency relief team will be dispatched to your location. The estimated arrival time, 9 hours.
Captain, a new message has arrived. Playing message.
Communications relay. This is Lafayette and Life Pod 17 survived impact, but there's something outside the hatch and it's trying to get in. If anyone's out there, my coordinates are attached. This message will now repeat. Okay, so it sounds like we got a couple of survivors who are also out there. We've also generated a replacement, or a med pack. We'll go ahead and use that to fix myself up. I'm gonna need to make some sustenance. I've still got another nutrient block, so I don't have to worry about that for the time being. But I do need more water, which means that I'm gonna have to find some bladderfish. And yes, I am aware of how ridiculous that name is, bladderfish, but it is what it is. Question is, where can I find them? Off into the water. So what's the next thing that we want to do? We want to create a scanner, which is going to require that I have a battery. I actually think that I have the materials to make a scanner right now. Ooh, wait, there we go. That is a bladderfish. That's what I need.
New creature discovered.
There we go, a bladderfish. This is going to help me make water that I'll be able to... There we go. Didn't mean to equip my We'll grab one more of these guys. There we go. And now back to the pod. Food, sustenance, water, disinfected water with bleach I could make, or I can make bladderfish. Purified water with a bladderfish. So this is less effective than your standard material, than your disinfected water. I'll go ahead and come back here and I will actually look at this. basic materials. I believe bleach is in here, salt deposit, and a common coral sample. So we could totally do this. We can hop down here, and I believe that this is common coral. Giant coral too. We'll find out. Let's take the knife here. We'll cut it. And yeah, there we go. That was a common coral sample. Did I need 1 or 2? I don't remember. Let's hop back up here. Let's take a second look. And it is resources, basic material. It's just 1 common coral sample. So we'll go ahead and manufacture some bleach. Fabricate, as it were. And then personal... No, not personal. Sustenance. Water. Disinfected water. So there we go, we've got some disinfected water. This will, like, rehydrate me a whole lot better than just the filtered water. But we'll go ahead and drink the filtered water first, which is perfectly fine. And let's see if we can get a scanner on the roll. Personal tools, a scanner.
Seismic readings suggest a quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The central dark matter reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Ooh. Yowza. Wow. Okay, so that was a big boom. That was a very big boom. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Okay, so we were working on a scanner, which means that we need a battery. So a battery is made through resources, electronics, and a battery is right here. 2 acid mushrooms and a copper. And some copper ore. So let's go ahead and hop back out of the pod very quickly. Acid mushrooms are some of the most basics that you can get your hands on. It's these little purples down here. So grab 2 acid mushrooms. And with 1 bit of titanium, we can go ahead and make a battery. Now you can make more of these and you can make a charging station later in the game once you actually start building a base and whatnot, which is a thing you can do. We're not going to get to that in this episode though, because we're way too early game. So personal tools, and we can make a scanner. There we go. So we'll go ahead and equip this. This is a scanner. The way that the scanner works is that you literally use it to scan fragments found on the floor of the ocean. So whenever the Aurora went down, there's all sorts of, you know, stuff that it threw out, and we only have a basic set of blueprints, and moreover, we're also limited by you know, what we know we can make, as it were. So we know that we can, you know, we have basic blueprints, so there's not too many things that we can make, but we're also limited by, you know, it's like, oh, well, where are we going to source the materials we need to make the basic stuff? So that's your first challenge, knowing how you source the materials that you're going to use.
Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
So the other half of it is swimming around, literally exploring, and dealing with the horrors and wonders of random number generation, quite explicitly, where you are stuck searching, quite literally, just for bits of technology that were flung out into the deep here. This is metal salvage. Can we actually... Oops, I didn't mean to pick that up. I meant to scan it. Ooh, hello. Is this... No! Wah! You little shit.
Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Okay, so we got teethy fish over here who are really angry that I'm in their territory, but they've got access to something that's really useful to me. I'm pretty certain that this is a fragment down here that I saw. Let's hope that I can find it again.
Oxygen remaining.
This is a sea glide fragment. Okay, this is the first thing that I need to unlock. There we go. Sea glide. That's 1 of 2 fragments you see there up in the top left of overall progress. It's going to get pretty hard to see the rest of the fragments that are out there right now.
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Ooh. Oh, okay. Managed to air up just in time. It's gonna get a little bit on the hard side to see the fragments now that now that night has fallen. Not for the best, but there's not a whole lot that I can do about it.
Caution.
Aha!
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright, so we found the Sea Glide Fragment. Let's get a little bit of air before we go and scan this thing up. Come on. Man, the surface is a lot further away than I thought. We're not too far away from it. That should be the Sea Glide Fragment right there. Alright, let's scan this baby up. Like so. This should be it. There we go. Alright, we unlocked it. And hop right over here, and we want to go to Deployables, Sea Glide. So we need lubricant, copper wire, and titanium. So this shouldn't be too much trouble. First off, we can make some copper wire with the copper ore that we have in our inventory. Because I've been, you know, working on those rocks. It can be a little bit hit and miss actually getting the copper. So there's that. Next, we need lubricant and batteries. So lube is made out of creepvine clusters. We'll have to go out and grab some of that stuff. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and make some titanium from the salvage we've got. Okay, we're back in. And we've got the creepvine cluster that we need. So resources, basic lubricant. And last but not least, I do believe it was a battery that we need. So resources, electronics, battery. We went and stashed all of our copper ore. We only need one of them. There we go, one copper ore. Resources, electronics, battery. And while we're at it, we will go ahead and use the remaining creep clusters to make some more lubricant. There we go. Just for safekeeping. And we'll go ahead and manufacture a Sea Glide here. Fabricate this. Boom. Okay, so the Sea Glide, we'll go ahead and unequip that very quickly. We'll come in here and we will dump the lubricant into the locker. We will hop through this. And now... Oh, I got a new message. A new message. Let's check this really quickly. This is the Aurora Life Pod 6. We've touched down within 1 kilometer of the crash site, but our path to the rendezvous is irradiated, and we've only got one rad suit, requesting immediate assistance coordinates attached. Okay, this might serve as an opportunity for us to learn 400 meters that way, and then Life Pod 17. Okay, neither of those are really close enough for me to check out right now, but I can equip this Sea Glide. This is literally just, you know, it's got a headlight, and it you know, gets me around a whole lot quicker, so I can get out to farther locations this way. And it's fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and be using this plenty, but as you can see, it's eating through power down there at the bottom really quickly, so I don't want to use it if I can help it. And this also serves a reason why I'm going to need to build a fabricator or a habitat builder. We'll look into that in the next episode. I think that I've done enough today to serve what I need. We'll go ahead and make some cooked food, starting with a spadefish. There we go. Cook up a nice spadefish, and we'll go ahead and have a munchy munch, and then we'll go ahead and call it here for the day. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I am William Strife, and this is Subnautica. If you guys enjoyed watching, we'll look deeper into this, because there's so much more to this game. I have only just scratched the surface. But there is so much more to this game, and I very much so look forward to, you know, playing more of this if you guys want me to. If you don't, you know, there's no problem with that. Be certain to tell me down in the comments what you think. But as I said, this is Subnautica. I'm William Strife. If you want to see more, tell me, you know, like, favorite, share, subscribe, etc. if you enjoy. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in another episode another time. Maybe another episode of this, maybe another episode, maybe an episode in a new series, or, you know, on a look at a different game. But until then, stay well. I'll see you all later. Bye!